I now present to you the winner of the 2019 Crichton Medal, Zach Merrett.
Congratulations, Zach. You've got your second Crichton Medal draped around your neck. What does this mean to you?
Yeah, thanks, mate. I think, as I said on stage, it's pretty humbling to look at the list on the card on our tables and see the names that have won more than one. So to be in history books of the Essendon Footy Club that's 150 years old is obviously a pretty special feeling, but it is a little bit embarrassing to see some of the greats of our club that have won more than one. So yeah, it's pretty pleasing and very humbling.
Did you come here thinking you might figure in the finish?
I think when you play every game, you give yourself a fair chance, knowing that some of the guys had some really strong years as well, though. So I thought Sardi was going to be pretty hard to beat, and Sheely, who was fantastic in his first year coming down from Sydney. So yeah, I knew I'd play every game and was a chance, but you never really know.
So the coaches had their say tonight in the Crichton, the umpires had their say in the Brownlow as well, and you topped the votes for Essendon. What do you make of your season?
Yeah, I guess I'm always striving to get better every day. So we finished 8th and didn't win the premiership, and that's why I play. Ultimately, I play to win premierships and win games of footy with my teammates, and that's obviously things that come along with the ride. But looking back on my year, I think I'll be playing deeper in September, and whatever I can do to help my teammates, that's what I'll be trying to do this off-season.
You spoke about Dylan Sheil and Adam Sard before. They were just in their first and second years at the club. What kind of a boost have they given you?
Yeah, it's really pleasing to get recruits into your club that are super players and super characters and personalities is always awesome. And I think Adam, for the first 2 years at the club, has been super consistent and played pretty much every game, so he's been awesome. And to have Sheely come across, who's someone I've really connected with as a friend outside of footy as well, has been awesome. And the footy he played this year was very high, and I look forward to many more games to come with those two boys.
There are a couple of fresh faces at the top of the voting as well. You've got Connor McKenna and Andrew McGrath figuring quite highly. Is it nice to have those guys sort of pushing through to the top?
Yeah, absolutely it is. I think we want to have a really even vote count come into the seasons, given that we all play as a team and no one stands out on top. So to see Andy, I think, who's a super player and has been since he walked in the door 3 years ago, he's a super leader, and he's a very level-headed kid. So no surprise that he was at the top. And Connor McKenna, obviously in Ireland at the moment, but he's someone who's just going to keep improving every game he plays, and he's so fun to play with. We don't know what he's doing the whole time, but he's certainly a fun character to have around the club as well.
Unfortunately, as you said, he's not here tonight, but it's obviously nice to be able to see a lot of your other teammates before you go away.
Yeah, it is. I think it's a great night to celebrate and I guess recognise other things other than just the best and fairest. I think to see some really quality people retire tonight with Dave Myers, Matty D and Mark Bagley, along with some guys who have been sort of delisted or parted ways with the clubs. Obviously great to celebrate those guys as well, and obviously won't be seeing them around the place next year, so it's some good quality time to spend with those guys. But as you said, it's a great chance to have a few beers and let your hair down with your teammates and discuss what the off-season looks like for each of them. And I can't wait to get back in November already and train with those boys and try and go a couple of games better than this year.
And what does the break look like for you?
Yeah, I'm going to get away with my partner and go to Europe for a couple of weeks and just relax and do some training over there, and then come back for November and try and get around the boys and try and train with them as hard as we can and try and improve as quickly as we can into 2020. And everything's revolved around winning a premiership, so whatever that entails, that'll happen.
Before we let you go, are there some people you'd like to thank as well?
Yeah, absolutely. I've got a long list. I wrote in my phone in case I did get a stand-up tonight. I think starts with obviously the players. Obviously those awards are all revolved around guys who help you throughout the week and help you game day, and I'm fortunate to have some really selfless teammates that do help me on game day, in particular Dylan Clark, Darcy Parish, Dyson Heppel, list goes on, but to have those guys is awesome. And if I look back, I think I'd like to thank Brendan Goddard for his guidance, probably my first 5 years at the club and then this year away from the club, but his guidance has been super important for me as a person and a footballer. So obviously not here tonight, but I'd like to thank him for what he's done for me over the last couple of years. Then obviously to my partner, my family, and mum and dad and friends. It's a pretty tough industry to be close with people, but they're super patient and people I love spending time with. And although I'm selfish at times about footy, I think they're super people, and I've got to thank them for all the time and patience they give me throughout footy season in particular. So and obviously better finish with the coaches. They put up with me as well. I'm pretty driven, but they've given me some good guidance and some challenges along the way. So super thankful to Skippy and Cal.
Well, I'm sure they're all very proud of you as well. Congratulations.
Thanks, mate. Cheers. Thank you.